around the property, I'm gonna go ahead and plant some. We need some shade. Those other ones are just in the wrong area. So we've got about 6 of them we're gonna plant. This one's called October Glory. So we wanted to be real choosy with what we get, both for location and as well as actual colors. So this one should be, I believe, really bright red once it's actually in the peak of fall. So we'll get this planted here. I'm gonna mark the outline. We're gonna get this hole dug and get it in the ground.
Can you drag the wheel? Martha?
Okay, so this is dug pretty good, so we're about to see how this fits. We don't want the tree too deep.
How deep?
Yeah, this is actually perfect right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the tree line's gonna come to about here, so the water will still shed on out.
He's ready
we'll
to
get this
plant.
planted.
How am I doing, Daddy? Dad, how am I doing planting the dirt? Watch out.
Yeah, there you go, right in here, Elijah. Okay.
Let's go inside. Let's go inside, buddy.
This is the second one we're planting, which happens to also be the October Glory. So this is gonna be bright red.
October Glory.
Nope.
That's called
Location here.
October Glory. Just so you don't forget to see the, again, videos or pictures.
The soil here is thankfully pretty easy to dig.
You get
If it wasn't quite this easy, I'd probably just use a post pole dig, and I think that works too. I wanted to mention I'm running out of daylight here, but I'm trying to tamp this down here because with the wind we get here, and even like most places with the winter coming on in the spring next year, it's going to be really windy. So I'm really trying to pack the dirt in nice and tight here to try and keep the root ball as steady as possible. If somehow, you know, the wind really does a number on it, I'll come here and I'll put a stake or maybe tie it down in some way. But we'll just try and go like this because I'm trying to avoid putting too much tie down. I've got little kids and I don't want them running around getting clotheslined or whatever on it. So I may even try a stake before I do that. So, but this is what I'm gonna try first. Every time we bring this UTV in here, they feel like it's something for them. So that's where I'm gonna put one of the trees. The horses here actually don't even have any in pasture shade. That's that poplar tulip tree there. So all the shade that they're getting is actually coming from outside of the fence once the sun goes over that tree line. So they need something that they'll be able to get some shade under. So eventually I may have to kind of fence around it. They start, you know, rubbing against it or whatnot. So anyway, so that's where we're gonna plant this one. So it's gonna be a beautiful bright yellow. Sorry about this wind. We've got a cold front coming in, so it's pretty breezy. Right here is a Tulip Poplar. So it's gonna grow pretty tall, and this is gonna be a great shade tree here for the horses. They really don't have anything in pasture, so we're gonna get this hole dug and get this beautiful tree in the ground. So it's nice and soft here. So the good thing is about that is obviously it's easy to plant, but the downside to that is that it's more susceptible to leaning in the wind. So I'm gonna have to make sure I pack the dirt down good on it. I'm just still working on that hole. Pretty big one. You got it, buddy.
It's kind of tricky.
All right, now I'm gonna kind of roll this around like this. This is about as big of a tree as I'd want to plant without any kind of equipment. Oh, it's so heavy.
They even look heavy, Dad.
Okay, I think we need to go just a little bit deeper. Maybe just another few inches, and I think that'll be perfect. Go ahead and just kind of step on it just like this. Still stabilizing it here.
Yeah.
Does it look straight, Elijah?
It's kind of hard. Very hard. You stink.
All right, thanks for your help. Now this tree is planted.
Yep.
So now we're gonna go up on the hill and we're gonna plant one right over there on the other side of the fence up on the hill.
And also to make it, if you want to be like us making it, this level has to be very careful. If you have kind of trouble kind of digging, you gotta kind of step on it because we have like little pads. So if you want to subscribe, bye.
Okay, we're planting now. We're up here on top of this hill. So this one is called Legacy, also a maple, but this one's gonna be really bright red. So I think it'll be nice to kind of be up here on the hill, kind of in between these two tree lines. So we're gonna get this planted, because now with the time change, it's starting to get dark pretty fast.
We can't waste time. We just need to start digging. Unless we need to wake up really early, probably if we start reading it started.
Back of them woods, it's kind of a underground spring that kind of runs through there. When we've got really, really wet springs, it's actually a very, very soft area. And then right there in the woods, there's some low-lying springs there that are at least moist even during drought. So maybe there may be a future pond going in there. The trajectory of the land, or the lay of the land, is actually goes down. So if you can see it on video, so that actually I think be a perfect place for a pond. So this should keep things pretty even during droughts. I'm not going to really be able to ideally haul water all the way out here. So this is a good spot.
Making I think a wet tree. We just have my dad out here punching dirt.
Okay.
Wow.
See, this tree is when it was planted in the pot is a little off-centered, so we're going to make sure it's positioned like we want. So this looks good. Since I've got it, I'm going to go ahead and put this bark material, whatever they had in there, already in the pot. That way it'll be nice and fertile. Yeah, I think this is good right here. The grass line is still above the level. So now we're gonna just start putting dirt. All right, we'll make sure it goes all the way around. There we go, buddy. Almost got it. I say that's a good 8 to 10 feet tall. Not quite 10 feet, maybe about 8 to 9. So it's a good starter tree. I didn't want to get the ones in the burlap root ball. I would have liked to, but they're just really, really expensive. And you just can't plant them by hand hardly. And I don't have the equipment and didn't want to pay extra for that because it was expensive. So we'll just let it grow. Maples grow fast anyway,
You can
especially
start drilling dirt and they know, isn't
under
it?
the right conditions and in the right soil. Okay, I just finished planting this tulip poplar. I wanted to point out one thing I did that I kind of just did by accident, and I like it, is whenever I actually started making the hole with the spade, I went ahead and preserved the top layer of sod. So once I was done planting it, I just put it back and it kind of made like a little, almost like a little mulch bed. So I'm not sure if the grass will make it or not. It may, because it's still fall. Whether it does or doesn't, it doesn't really matter. But in case it does, it kind of just adds to the mound to just shed even more water off. So there you have it.